Tomorrow, we are putting new memory in this computer where we're going to try. We have memory here. Hopefully it's going to work. If the memory here that we have doesn't work, we're going to get other memory because this is crazy. And Jimmy just saw how sometimes this just gets nuts. I'm sorry about that. Welcome to everybody watching, whether you're watching on TikTok, whether you're watching on Kick, TikTok, Facebook, of course, YouTube. So we have a lot to talk about tonight, but the first thing we're going to talk about is going to be the shooter that was captured, UHC. Let me pull that up because that is an interesting turn of events. And I'll tell you what's happening. There's like a whole bunch of people that are really upset that he was caught. And the reason for that is that they're feeling that it had to do with something regarding healthcare. And a lot of people have been given the shaft with healthcare in this country. And they were feeling that, oh my gosh, was he doing this because his mother or his sister or brother or somebody was denied something? And so there's been this kind of craziness with this whole thing. And this is the alleged shooter. I'm going to put him here. And this is a story, okay? They thought like he was going to be back in Atlanta. They said he got a bus from Atlanta. Well, he was seen in a McDonald's in Pennsylvania. And someone that saw him called police. And then the police went and questioned him. And he had a different ID. He had a New Jersey ID with a different name. So let's talk about this whole thing. He was arrested on a gun charge after being picked up while eating at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Following an employee from there calling the cops, NYPD Chief of Detectives said this. The 26-year-old had multiple fake IDs and a 3D printed gun with a suppressor. Altoona police said when officers asked Mangione, Luigi Mangione, his name, if he had ever been to New York recently, he became visibly nervous, and he started kind of shaking. Authorities say the suspect had been in the state for several days. Mangione was held without bail. He did not enter a plea in his first court appearance in Hollidaysburg Court in Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania. Luigi Mangione has been charged with 1 count of second-degree murder, 2 counts of second-degree criminal possession of a weapon, 1 count of second-degree possession of a forged document, and 1 count of third-degree criminal possession of a weapon. He was criminally cited in a Hawaii state park last year. Luigi Mangione was criminally cited last year by the Hawaii Department of Land and Natural Resources for going into an area that was closed inside a state park. According to the criminal affidavit, Mangione was cited on November 12, 2023 in Honolulu for knowingly, intentionally, or recklessly fail to observe and abide by an official posted sign authorized by the board or its authorized representative designating a closed area, to wit, a state park sign located at the Nuuanu Pali Lookout. In court records, he was found guilty and had to pay a $100 fine. Now, the family of Luigi releases a statement through a cousin who's a Maryland politician. The family of the suspected shooter, Luigi Mangione, released a statement Monday night through his cousin, who's a Maryland state delegate, saying, and I quote, "Our family is shocked and devastated by Luigi's arrest." Nino Mangione said in a written statement signed with the Mangione family, "We offer prayers to the family of Brian Thompson, and we ask people to pray for all involved." The statement says the family only knows the facts of the case that have been released in the news. We are devastated by this news, the short statement says. Okay, and these are the intake photos. And he's wearing the infamous turtle suit in these. And that's an image from the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections. That's his intake photo. He's a 26-year-old Ivy League graduate from Maryland who was apprehended at that McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, after an employee tipped off police that he resembled photos of a suspect that was widely distributed by the New York City police. He did not enter a plea at his first court appearance, as I said. And let's see here. Here's another police release, a photo of Luigi Mangione in a holding cell after he was taken into custody. This is another released photo right here. Where does it go wrong, right? It's got a toilet in there. It's got bare feet. Gross. Police in Altoona, Pennsylvania released this photo tonight of Luigi Mangione, the suspect in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, in a holding cell after he was taken into custody on Monday. After a court appearance, Mangione was moved to the State Correctional Institution in Huntington, Pennsylvania. Let's see. The suspected gunman appeared to make a reference to United Healthcare, writing that United is one of the largest companies by market capitalization in the United States. There was no mention of Thompson specifically. Okay, Luigi Mangione is the suspect in the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. He arrived at the State Correctional Institution in Huntington, Pennsylvania. Maria Bivens, Pennsylvania Department of Corrections press secretary, said Monday evening. SCI Huntington is Pennsylvania's oldest state correctional institution in continuous operation, opening its gates in 1889. Much of the evidence that was obtained when they searched Luigi Mangione on Monday included multiple fake IDs. Let's see. And much of it will be sent back to New York when the suspect is transported back there. Investigators will be executing search warrants on all of Mangione's known home addresses and will look to collect electronic devices and anything else that could be of evidence or point to a motive. It's unfathomable he's the suspect, says a former roommate of Luigi Mangione. Okay, this is R.J. Martin. Right here is RJ. And RJ says the idea that Luigi Mangione is the suspect in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is unfathomable. And again, he is a former roommate. He says he's beyond shocked by the news. He said the two lived together in a co-living and co-working community in Hawaii. And they weren't just roommates, they were friends. He was a very thoughtful person, communicated really well, was friendly, had good relationships with everyone. He was even in some ways a bit of a leader. Martin said he interviewed Mangione before Mangione moved in to make sure he was a good fit. And during the interview, Mangione told Martin he had a back issue. And I quote, he said, "When I first interviewed him before he moved in, I remember he said he had a back issue and he was hoping to get stronger in Hawaii." Martin said Mangione took a basic surf lesson and it ended up leaving him in bed for about a week after that. It was really traumatic and difficult. Martin also said Mangione had surgery earlier this year that left him with screws in his body. He sent me the x-rays. It looked heinous, with just giant screws going into his spine. After that, he called me once. I didn't pick up. The communication between the two fizzled out after that. Martin said Mangione never once talked about guns, and he never once talked about violence. He was absolutely a not violent person as far as I could tell, Martin said. Okay, Meta removed accounts belonging to the suspect in United Healthcare. Meta on Monday removed the Facebook account and Instagram account belonging to the suspected gunman in the fatal shooting. Now, I saw his Twitter account today, and I did take some screenshots just in case they removed it. But I think his Twitter is still up. Let me see. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So there's his Twitter account, still up. And I did find a GitHub account for him as well. MSc, BSc in Computer Science at Penn. It says Honolulu, Hawaii. "7 years ago, I gave my high school senior speech on this topic. Today, I will be talking to you about the future, about topics ranging from conscious, artificial intelligence to human immortality. Likely you'll dismiss all this pretty quickly as interesting, but just science fiction." And he's got stuff here about smartphones and things like that, the anxious generation. Okay, so let's see. According to the Altoona Deputy Chief of Police, they asked Mangione whether he had been to New York recently. We already went over that. YouTube removed channels belonging to the suspected killer and an impersonator, Google says. YouTube on Monday removed 3 channels belonging to Luigi Mangione, the suspect in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, as well as a channel that was altered Monday to look as if it belonged to him. And Jack Mallon, Google Policy Communications Manager, confirmed this. Mangione's own YouTube channels, which Mallon said had not posted any content for 7 months, were removed under the platform's creator responsibility guidelines. The other channel was removed for violating YouTube's impersonation policies after the channel name and handle were updated on Monday following news of Mangione's arrest to appear as if it belonged to the suspect. That channel on Monday posted a cryptic countdown video that said, "If you see this, I'm already under arrest." Pennsylvania governor says the suspect is no hero. This is what I was telling you about, the people, saying the stuff they did. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro said Luigi Mangione, the suspect of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, is no hero. In America, we do not kill people in cold blood to resolve policy differences or express a viewpoint. Shapiro said during a news conference Monday night following Mangione's court appearance, "He is no hero. The real hero in this story is the person who called 911 at McDonald's this morning." The suspect traveled between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, Josh Shapiro said, and making stops in between, including in Altoona, where he was arrested on Monday. Speaking at the news conference, the governor also called on residents to continue to call in tips to police. The suspect was arrested after that employee in McDonald's recognized him, and the governor said, and I quote, "I want to ask all of our fellow Pennsylvanians to demonstrate the same type of thoughtfulness and courage and smarts as the individual at McDonald's did this morning and help law enforcement here in Pennsylvania as we continue with our investigation." He thanked local officers who responded quickly and calmly, adding that he also received a briefing from New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch and New York City Mayor Eric Adams earlier today. Police immediately recognized the suspect after they asked him to lower his mask at McDonald's. When the 2 officers arrived at the McDonald's in Altoona, where Luigi Mangione was eventually arrested, they found a man wearing a medical mask and a beanie sitting in the rear of the building at a table, looking at a laptop, according to the criminal complaint. Officers asked him to pull down his mask to see his face and immediately recognized him as the suspect. The officers asked the man for identification, and he gave them a New Jersey ID with the name Mark Rosario. When they asked him if he had been to New York City recently, he became quiet, started to shake. Police were unable to find any records that matched that ID and told the man he was under an official police investigation. He then told officers his real name, Luigi Mangione. When an officer asked why he used a false name, he replied, I clearly shouldn't have. Luigi Mangione, the man identified in the fatal shooting, made his first court appearance. The judge read the entire criminal complaint out loud to Mangione after the suspect said no one had read it to him prior to that very moment. Mangione verbally pushed back against two claims from prosecutors in the court. The first, a claim that because Mangione was found with $8,000 in cash on him, that he was trying to evade authorities. The other claim he pushed back on was that because he had a Faraday bag on him, which blocked cell signals, that showed evidence of criminal sophistication. Mangione said to the first claim that he did not know where the money he had on him came from, saying maybe it was planted. On the second claim, he said that that bag was waterproof and he didn't know anything about criminal sophistication. He was ordered held without bail, did not enter a plea. Next court appearance will be on December 23rd in Pennsylvania, pending an expedited warrant from New York. Luigi Mangione's bag contained 3D printed pistol and silencer. The pistol has one loaded Glock magazine with 6 9mm full metal jacket rounds, as well as one loose 9mm hollow point round. The pistol was also accompanied by a metal slide, a plastic handle with a metal threaded barrel. Okay, let's see. Mangione's facing 5 charges, including forgery and firearm without a license. Okay. Okay, here's what we know about the suspect. The suspect is an Ivy League graduate software engineer from a prominent Baltimore family who appears to have favorably reviewed the manifesto of the Unabomber on a book website. Luigi Mangione, 26 years old, was identified by New York police Monday as a strong person of interest. Family. The suspect is the grandson of Nicholas Mangione, a prominent Baltimore real estate developer, and his wife, Mary C. Mangione, a philanthropist who died last year. The Mangione family owns Lorien Health Systems, a nursing home chain in Maryland, and Luigi volunteered there in 2014. That's according to his LinkedIn page. Mangione graduated from the prestigious Gilman School, an all-boys school that is known as one of Baltimore's toniest private schools, and was the high school valedictorian in 2016. What a shame, huh? He also attended the University of Pennsylvania, where he graduated in 2020 with a master's and bachelor's degree in computer science and a minor in mathematics. The university spokesperson said that Mangione was a member of Phi Kappa Psi fraternity. Social media photos show that as well. After graduating, Mangione worked as a software engineer for the online car sales company TrueCar. His most recent address was in Hawaii. Mangione is registered to vote at his family's address in Cockeysville, Maryland, and that's a Baltimore suburb. And he is registered as unaffiliated with a political party. He is the cousin of Maryland State Delegate Nino Mangione, a Republican, the state lawmaker's office confirmed. Private security guards were blocking access to the family's house on a golf club Monday afternoon. And here is a copy of the fake ID that he had. There's Mark Rosario. Okay. the head of the private school where Mangione graduated from, calls the news of the arrest deeply distressing. This is the school that he went to. Right there. And the head of the private school said, and I quote, "This is deeply distressing news on top of an already awful situation. Our hearts go out to everyone affected." That came from the Gilman school head of school, Henry P.A. Smith. The Gilman School is a private school in Baltimore for students from kindergarten through the 12th grade. Smith acknowledged that Luigi Mangione graduated in 2016, but said the school has no other information other than what's being reported in the news. Now, they have something, a Goodreads profile that appears to belong to Luigi Mangione shows that earlier this year, Mangione reported having read the 1995 Anti-Technology Manifesto written by the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski. The infamous domestic terrorist and mathematician known for sending deadly bombs through the mail between 1978 and 1995. And I guess this is his review that he wrote. I quote, "It's easy to quickly and thoughtlessly write this off as the manifesto of a lunatic in order to avoid facing some of the uncomfortable problems it identifies, but it's simply impossible to ignore many of his predictions about modern society turned out." Mangione wrote in a review of the book in January, "He was a violent individual rightfully imprisoned who maimed innocent people. While these actions tend to be characterized as those of a crazy Luddite, however, they are more accurately seen as those of an extreme political revolutionary." In his review, he also wrote thoughts someone else had shared about the Unabomber in a Reddit thread online, and quoted a commenter who described Kaczynski's acts as war and revolution, saying that he had the balls to recognize that peaceful protest has gotten us absolutely nowhere and that violence never solved anything. In a statement uttered by cowards and predators. Other books Mangione reportedly read or was wanting to read included a book about mental illness, a biography of the creator of the atomic bomb, and Michael Pollan's popular book on the science of psychedelics. Also on Goodreads, he reported reading or wanting to read a number of books about coping with chronic back pain. A Twitter account that appears to belong to him features a background profile photo of what looks like an X-ray image of his spine with hardware from a surgery. Is that what it looked like? Where did I put his Twitter? Let's see if I can get his Twitter up again, because I don't remember that back image. Do you? Let's see. Oh, yeah, right there. Duh. Okay. Right there. He's got 1, 2, 3. And I wonder what happened to him there, huh? Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. A former classmate says Mangione was a totally normal guy in school. Meanwhile, a private service for United Healthcare CEO was being held. Sources say a private memorial service for United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was held Monday. The service comes 5 days after Thompson, who leaves behind a widow and 2 sons, was gunned down outside a Midtown hotel in Manhattan on his way to attend his company's annual investor conference. And that It's the CEO that was killed. So the man arrested in Pennsylvania had a ghost gun. So the ghost gun, added that the gun may have been 3D printed. Ghost guns are untraceable, self-assembled firearms. They're often put together with parts that are sold online, sometimes in as little as 30 minutes. The weapons, sometimes referred to as privately made firearms, or PMFs, do not have serial numbers, making them all the more difficult to track and regulate. Purchasing kits to build ghost guns online does not require a background check, so buyers can sidestep the typical requirements that might come with buying a firearm. It had to be done. It says a document found on the person of interest. Among the lines in the 2-page document found on the person of interest, Luigi Mangione, are the following quotes. "These parasites had it coming." And, "I do apologize for any strife and trauma, but it had to be done." In the note, Mangione says he acted alone and that he was self-funded. The document railed against the healthcare industry and suggested violence is the answer. Okay, and let me see what you guys are saying about this, if there's anything that you're saying. Okay, so that's, anybody else have anything else? Hi, Gretchen Blue, you just aged out of the parents' insurance, you said. I thought they said he is 26. He's 26. Yes, 26. He's not 23, he's 26. Who said 23? 26. What's up with these snowmen? Okay. Does anyone know where he was living at? Well, it looked like Hawaii is what they said. Okay, let's clear that up. He is 26. I don't know where 23 came in. Christine F. says correct. That McDonald's worker needs to receive that award for sure. If it weren't for that person in the phone call, he would have kept on traveling to other places. Exactly, yes. Hi, Pinkberry. Hi, Maureen. Glenn, how are you? Video Reel. Al, Linda, Kevin, everybody. Okay. So let's talk about the next story before we get to Gypsy Rose. I have a lot of tea on Gypsy Rose, but before that, we're going to talk about the trial. Now, if you're not following the trial, today was day 2. And today we saw a lot more. This is called or referred to as the wedding anniversary murder. Joseph Ferlazzo is 40 years old. Let me get their picture up here so that we know we're shifting gears right now. But you can still catch up to this. Today was a lot of the interrogation, but there was also crime scene photos shown today. Let me just pull something up here. This is, I'll just put this up because this, I want you to see a picture of Emily, their dog, which is being raised by Emily's family now. Okay, but there's the man, there's Emily. She looks very much like someone I know. I'm always saying that, but So they had the Vermont police testifying today, and while they were testifying, then they would show, or we would hear audio of the interrogations or the questioning. And then we saw stuff from this convenience store, which was, I guess it's called Maple Fields. I believe that's what it's called. Again, when I first heard they found him, she found him in Maple Fields. I thought she found him in a maple field. He was outside, but it's actually a store. And this female officer finds him and then takes him into the station with her. So let's see. The trial resumed on Monday, and it just started. I don't know. The live just started with that confession video. Vermont State Police, and then the audio is horrible. Detective Sergeant James Forrest said, "Why didn't you just leave the bus? If the physical altercation of her hitting you is done, how come you didn't leave?" Joseph Ferlazzo said, "Something in my mind told me that it wasn't going to stop." The state is trying to convince the jury that Emily was no danger to his safety. He, on the other hand, is trying to say that he did what he did in self-defense. Did he tell you that, and they questioned the officer, did he tell you that Emily possessed or used a gun at any point? The sergeant says, no, he did not. The defense attempted to poke holes in that theory and discredit that police interview, pointed to the fact that Joseph Ferlazzo stated multiple times he was not mentally prepared to answer questions and that police ignored his request for help. Defense attorney Margaret Janisch said that he did say to you, however, I didn't eat much and I've been up for days, correct? Detective Sergeant James Forrest said, I believe at some point he did say that. The defense attorney said he never did talk with any mental health type person after he was processed, did he? And then another Vermont State Police detective, Samuel Truex, said, I don't know if he did. Then Amy Nolan, a retired detective with the Vermont State Police crime scene search team, was on the stand. She described running into Ferlazzo at Maple Fields in St. Albans while the search was just beginning for him. And we also saw stuff of him at the restaurants that he was at. We saw the outside of an Airbnb that his sister had been staying in, his sister Nikki, that he was seeing. We saw the bags of his wife's body parts. We saw the inside of the bus with the mattresses and all of that. Let me see if there's there was also like the mattress, and then you saw the saw behind the seats. You saw her wedding/engagement ring with blood inside it, and it was like in the cup holder of this bus. See here. I'll have to get some more photos, but yeah, we saw that. Let's see what else we saw and heard. More of his interrogation. he did say something about like putting him out, meaning like taking him out or something, or is there fear that it would happen again? And weird stuff. He said like he wanted to say goodbye to his dog, so you know that was going on. But then how he just went out with the sister to a breakfast and to I think it was lunch or dinner. And it's interesting, I saw the breakfast, which was his sister Nikki, her then boyfriend, and himself, and they showed the receipt, and you saw someone that got a goat cheese omelet with no toast, and I said, oh, that had to be him, because he apparently doesn't eat any kind of bread. Like, he pulled the bread off this sandwich they got him in the interrogation room, and I was surprised he like inhaled a donut when he got there, and then he had some pizza. But I think at that point, finally, he was just going to eat something at that point. Now, so tomorrow's another day. They ended quite early today. I think it was around 3 something when it ended. And I'm trying to think if there's anything really good on that. And now we're going to switch gears, and we're going to talk about Gypsy Rose. So let me just, this is crazy, but I will grab something. I want you to see this one picture, okay? Really. Gypsy's back with all the filters. All the filters, Gypsy? Oh, yes, all the filters. If you look at her Instagram profile, which we are going to look at, you'll see but if you just look at this, I don't know, Ken reminds me here of some kind of a prison clergy. He looks like he's going to baptize her or something. Like, I don't know. Ken looks so awkward. I'm sorry. But there's something, like, these pictures don't even look, they're either, it's because the edits she's putting on are just so insane. They, like, don't go together. But her face is so altered there. It's not even funny. Okay? But in the meantime, I don't know what the heck. And let me just say something. Look at the background. Are these a maternity shoot? I'm sorry. I don't know where they are. And I see the rainbow like going through her. And I don't know whether, that's some kind of sunbeam effect. But would you look at the garbage behind here? It's like, it looks like this is a shed or something that's up on blocks or something, and someone shoved some landscaping blocks through there, and then there's like crap all over there. First thing as a photographer is look at your background. Okay, now let's just say, oh, she's got to use this shot. She edited everything else. Why not take an eraser or something and do something with this background? But I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. Sorry, that's really crazy. And then she got her divorce today, okay? Or no, it wasn't. I don't know if it was today, earlier today, but she did. And let's see if it was today. Camera crew knew she was going to the courthouse in Louisiana. Yes, it was Monday morning. She was with Kristy. They were dodging the cameras, but there were many cameras. It looked like maybe one, I don't know, might have been from Lifetime, and she was having it documented because there was it seemed like there was one she didn't mind. But who knows, really, right? These were the pictures of them. TMZ site has a video of them. here she is with a belt, kind of strange. Like most pregnant people don't wear belts and their shirts tucked in like that. It's just not a look that a lot of pregnant women go for. I don't know whether I don't know. I mean, it's kind of strange. But she was shielding her face. Kristy with these, I don't know, was there, Kristy is pretty much wants to be in the spotlight as much as Gypsy Rose does. And it's interesting how Kristy is the one that's got to go everywhere with her, right? So it wasn't her dad, it wasn't Ken, it wasn't I don't know, her sister, it wasn't her brother, it wasn't a friend, it was Kristy. And Kristy moved through there like she thought she was a Kardashian, she pushing her hand, get out of our way, leave us alone, we just want to live a normal life. But Kristy also says something. I've read the entire Rolling Stones article, and what's up with the pictures, the belts? Yeah, I don't know, Christine. I mean, it's odd. It's odd. It's an odd look, and Kristy's dressing more like an expectant mom with like the oversized sweater than Gypsy, but I don't understand this whole thing right here. But and I noticed, like, right, Ken doesn't like brunettes. Ken doesn't like dark hair. Maybe she's not bleaching her hair because she's pregnant and she doesn't want all that bleach and chemicals. They could very well be. But her hair is going back to dark, very dark. Let's just take a look at her Instagram profile picture, because you got to check that one out. Which is quite, and I'm going to tell you about the Rolling Stone article and all the lies that were in that piece. Okay, let me go to Gypsy. Okay. Tell me who this is, because this is not Gypsy Rose. Is this one of those AI pictures? What is that? Because that person is not Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose does not have a jawline like that. That's not her nose. Those are not her eyes. This is not the shape of her face. I'm not even sure if any of that is her. You tell me that any of that is Gypsy Rose. Tell me if you saw that, you'd be like, oh, that's Gypsy Rose. It's crazy. It's crazy. She gave herself like plastic surgery. Okay? This is her jawline. Where is this Gypsy Rose? Yeah, I think it is an AI pic. I think it is one of those pictures that definitely is not her. It doesn't even resemble her. Exactly. If you didn't see it on here, you would not even know. Okay. Enough said on that. Now, let's talk about the lies in her Rolling Stone article. Now, let's talk about her divorce. So now she's divorced, right? They went to the courthouse. She's divorced. The judge has to sign off on it, but she'll be divorced. Well, don't you think there's going to be a big wedding coming? Because if she gets married to Ken, she can stay with him as long as she wants, because he will be her husband. And I think that is in the works. And I think Ken will do it because Ken is doing this for a paycheck. And to get married to her, he'll have more of a claim. Even though with Ryan, there is no spousal support on either side. And I don't know how it works with him and his lifetime earnings that he earns or any residuals from the first season, how they work that out. But, you know, it's so crazy. But let's see. There is a little bit of information on that. Okay, Gypsy Rose's divorce from Ryan Anderson is all wrapped up. There was a camera crew rolling while she was at the courthouse. So yes, I was right. There are cameras from Lifetime that were there, but there were other cameras that were there that she was pushing away, okay? So there were pictures obtained by TMZ of them pulling up in front of the courthouse on Monday morning. She was dodging the drizzle. She hurried inside with Kristy, and it was caught on camera for Life After Lockup. So yeah, she's filming, okay? And remember, Kristy is going to get in front of that camera as much as possible. We saw her in the last Life After Lockup as much as possible. She wants to be in this one. She wants to be a star, folks, okay? Kristy is a star. She needs her paparazzi. She needs her adoring fans. Okay, she wants to sign autographs. Yeah, the woman is just starved for attention. You could see, like, she must have thought she was all that. When, oh, look, my sweater matches my shoes, and then I'm going to break it up with the black pants and the nice chunky heel that she probably got at Shein, because that's where they do all their shopping. It wasn't a post-divorce victory lap they were expecting, but it looks like Gypsy was saving the moment for a drier turf, like in front of cameras where she'd spill all the tea. Ryan did not go to the court appearance, and this came 8 months after Gypsy Rose filed for divorce from Ryan. Since then, of course, she's reconnected with her fiance, right? Yes. Next, let's talk about hold on 1 minute. I don't know how I got to something. Okay, yes, this is what we want. All right, so Gypsy gave an interview to Rolling Stone. Now, there is some controversy walking around saying, did she pay Rolling Stone to put this in there, or did they pay her? Someone said that there was something in the magazine that somebody couldn't pay $2,000 or so. I don't know. I don't know who paid who, who's watching. I don't know. But the article is full of lies, in my opinion. I think in a lot of your opinions. And it was done Friday after Thanksgiving. She was in Rod and Kristy's house where she's living. And she wanted to let people know that something is bugging her. That's exactly what they said. She's sitting there and something is bugging her. And she says, "It feels like a circus." They quote her distinctive high-pitched voice in this. They mention that there's family photos around her. They talk a little bit about her mother's murder, and they say that, well, she says she is not an animal in a cage, meaning that why is everybody watching me like I'm a zoo animal, right? That's what she's saying. She's in the spotlight. She's in the fishbowl. She is on display. She's been experiencing new things like going grocery shopping, paying bills, and doing laundry. But they just got back from Florida. Remember they were there with Ken's family? Yeah. They spent the holiday with her boyfriend Ken Erker. And get this one. Swam in the ocean for the first time, and Gypsy says, I got water in my mouth and was like, ooh, it's salty. Oh, it's salty. Oh, it's salty. Okay, I didn't expect that. And even the author of this article says she does that in an almost childlike voice. Oh, it's salty. Now, didn't she swim with dolphins? And don't dolphins swim in salt water? So wouldn't that make her have swam in the ocean? I don't know. Okay. Do you not know the water's going to be salty in the ocean? I didn't expect that. Okay. All right. She's hoping. Do you know what her plans are after she has her daughter in January? She's really hoping she can go to cosmetology school. Sounds like Grease, right? Beauty school dropout. I don't know. She's going to go to cosmetology school in her dream. She hopes so, to be a hairdresser. And Gypsy Rose, you'll be in Gypsy Rose's station? Yeah, she's got scissors. No, she's going to have to... Oh, okay. Would you want her using scissors on you? Yeah, sit down. Sit down right here. Let me get these big shears. Okay, yeah, no thanks. No thanks. I don't think that's a good combination. Thank you very much. So they talk about Nicholas Godejohn and all of that stuff there with the mother. And she says that it's very funny. You know how they alternate facts? Gypsy has alternate facts. This whole book is her alternate reality. And this is her reality. Okay? Her narrative. Her story to tell. We don't know that it's the truth, but it's the story that she's telling. And in this story, she accuses her grandfather of essaying her mother. She accuses her mother of all kinds of abuse. She's still running with the Munchausens by proxy, even though that was never, ever the case until defense lawyers had to come up with something, right? And so we have this here, and it's almost like she's almost admitted that this is, her version of what's going on. But she does share with this journalist that she gets her picture taken without her consent while she's in the OBGYN's office, while she's in line at a teller at the bank, I guess. And then she gets a lot of comments that troll her appearance, and she gets, has memes made about her. She has Reddits made about her. She has people that are, I guess, interested in her for the wrong reasons. And she believed when she was released that she could and would live a normal life. But then she just started to understand that is not a reality. She said her reality is very complicated, and this is what compelled her to tell her story. And that's this story that I just told you, filled with dysfunction and about frauds that were committed with seemingly her being a part of because she didn't understand it that much, or House for Humanity. That, you remember this, the House for Habitat for Humanity, and all the multiple attempts she did try to escape. The multiple attempts, because now that's coming out, so I guess she has to write that into there. She said Dee Dee was godlike to her sole caretaker, and it was always hovering. But you really, when you were writing those messages to Nick the night that you killed your mother, she wasn't hovering. She was in bed, and you said her last words were, "Don't hurt me, Gypsy." I don't think she was hovering on you at all. And when you were doing all that Ruby stuff and dressing up in the cosplay and grooming Nick, I don't think your mother was hovering. Where was she? You seem to have a lot of time on your hands, girl. Okay. And she claims her mother said that she would never get married. She would never find true love. She will never find happiness. This is like a fairy tale to me. This does not seem like any type of reality. This seems like a fairy tale that Gypsy's writing. And that's my opinion. Because she is obsessed with that Rapunzel. And what was that? Tangled. Hold on, it's getting cold in here. I want to turn something on here. That Rapunzel movie, Tangled. And, the poor thing in the tower, and she's so abused, right? Okay. And we know Gypsy loves fairy tales, and she's lived her life like a fairy tale, and Disney, and being a Disney princess, and acting like you're 5 when you're 23 years old, and you're going to Disney, and dressing up like Cinderella, and you're eating the royal mashed potatoes. Okay, so she goes through all of that, and then after years of trying to move away from the crime, she's returning to the scene in her memory in her own words. Now, her talking about this crime, it's kind of really complex, because in this book, she is speaking about this, what was done, and is she not profiting off her crime because she's profiting with the book sales, right? So that's a slippery slope there. But now the author's note in the beginning of the book says that she has those co-authors with her, while some of Blanchard's memories have faded, the memoir is true to her memory. Okay, true to her memory. And these memories have shaped my perceptions, many of which are also shared here. So just think about that, okay? While some of her memories have faded, the memoir is true to my memory. She wrote this, right? This is the author. While my memories have faded, the memoir is true to my memory. So I forgot some things, right? I might have forgot some things. Maybe I forgot the way things, this you could read between the lines, and this is my interpretation of what she wrote. I might have forgot some things that really happened. I might have forgot the way things really were. Right? The memoir is true to my memory. I've decided to remember things like this, and these memories have shaped my perceptions. Okay, so this is how I'm perceiving this whole thing. I'm a victim. I didn't do, whatever she has said. It's just crazy. And she talks about being poor and growing up in Louisiana, Missouri to a single mother who told them it's you and me against the world. I'm surprised she doesn't sing that song. The Helen Reddy song, you and me against the world. Let's see. her stepmother, Kristy, she has to come into everything, right? You know, because Kristy has her hand in everything. She said she's, meaning gypsies, lived a lot of life, a lot of ups and downs, but more ups than downs. More ups than downs. She's doing all the things that her mom said she couldn't do. Falling in love, getting married, getting divorced. Oh, wow, that's something to be proud of, getting divorced. Reuniting with the love of her life. Ken is the love of her life. Cutting the grass, taking out the garbage. Those are the things she couldn't do. Okay. She points to two publications, one The Cut and one Slate, who called her America's sweetheart, as if that really holds some value and clout and is true. She talks about TikTok and Reddit, like I said, those platforms where there's a lot of unflattering memes, calling her a liar, a grifter who's profiting from her crime, and that sites like Goodreads, they're getting slammed with horrible reviews for her book, 1-star ratings, before anyone has even read a page. She says she doesn't want people to be a fan of her and what she did, and like, oh, I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing. And she said she's disgusted with that. She's disgusted. It's not like I look back on my past and I'm proud of what I did. I'm very ashamed of it. So I get offended when someone says things like that. And she talks a lot about what happened that night when her, and I think there's a very powerful thing. For a long time she said this big fight came because her mother was trying to get her another surgery. And I don't think that was true at all. But, she wouldn't elaborate for a long time on what that was. And then we see, that it seemed that her mother was almost the one being abused when you read those text messages. And our mother said, please don't hurt me, Gypsy. But I think it's interesting when you think about the knife and everything that she stole in order to murder Dee Dee, that she says now that this operation she was going to have was going to be on her larynx, her voice box, and maybe she would have lost her voice, and maybe it was her mother trying to cut her daughter's throat. Isn't that interesting that she said cut something so heinous as that, right? Like she puts her mother as this horrible person that was trying to, in other words, cut her daughter's throat, but do it through the the medical profession with Munchausen's, but that she didn't even have and was never diagnosed with. That only came after Dee Dee was gone, murdered, and that came from something that her defense team decided that would look good, So I just think that makes her look so horrible and makes her look so much, even if you thought she couldn't look worse, by putting that in there, she looks so much worse. So much worse. And where she said, she elaborates on why she did this. I started to think, if nothing happens, how old will I be until this stops? Will I be in my 40s, 50s, or will I die? And I thought, okay, something needs to happen now. And that something meant the murder of her mother. And it's horrible. Okay, it's horrible. And then instead of just saying how horrible it is, then she shows like, oh, look how I'm suffering. I'm lying in a fetal position with my hands pressed up against my ears while this guy that I groomed from the internet is murdering my mother. And yes, I'm hearing her scream, but you know what? There's nothing I could have done. I couldn't have done it any differently, right? No, absolutely not. And she could only focus on her breathing. Come on now. She said she didn't want to make her mother's death the sole point of the book, but the fact that it's a huge part of your book really shows you're profiting from your crime. So that doesn't even make sense, Gypsy. she also gets very, very upset that, oh, guess what? She was going to film for Lifetime, that she was going to go give back and work with Habitat for Humanity. And then she says Habitat for Humanity denied her there. They didn't want it because they probably saw the only reason you want to work with this lady is because you got the Lifetime crew that's going to film you doing it. It's nothing that's really in your heart. You've done enough here. Goodbye, good day. You get nothing. Good leave. She talks about the Menendez brothers and says that they should be set free, that anyone that's been abused, I guess, and murdered someone they should be granted their freedom. And I believe she said abuse, that's because it's not something anyone should ever have to go through. Right. I'm one of these people that feels like they did their time. So, okay. Instead of saying, you shouldn't resort to that, there's other options. But let them have their freedom. And of course she wants that because while they're there, they're going to be saying, how come you're out in 8.5 years? Okay. Now, Kristy claims, okay, there's supposed to be a book signing. I believe it's on the 12th at a bookstore in Louisiana. She's signing I don't know how many books ahead of time. But apparently they hear that there's this thing going online where people are going to come and they're going to protest at the book signing and they're going to protest there. And Kristy says nobody's ever come up to her with anything negative to say. And she said, none of the online hate shows itself in person. And why? And Kristy says, and I quote, they don't have the balls. Kristy, better watch out what you wish for, right? Because I think some of these people might show you they have a set, maybe a couple of sets. Talks about being famous, and that she doesn't feel that no matter what she does, she will ever be out of the limelight. She actually, says this, and that she wants this book to be a nice, safe place for her daughter to go and learn about her and things that happened, and it's wonderful, and what a great mother she's going to be. She plans to tell Aurora the truth about how every choice she made in her life, whether it was right or wrong, is made with the hope of having her own daughter. So that's about the size of all of that with Gypsy. And again, now about this bookstore protest that's going to happen, or being planned to happen. I hear that that's happening. Kristy, that's scary. Yeah, it's like she wants them to come, Kevin. She feels she has the film crew there and stuff, and let them come. That'll make some great tea for Lifetime. And I told you they had Lifetime cameras there. And they are filming that second season. Now, she says that second season is going to be the last season of the show. Well, we'll see. No idea yet when it's going to start to air, but I'm sure they're going to be filming through the baby's birth. Let's see. Well, Cassie says she's right. No matter what she does, she will always be treated like a murderer. Your daughter will hear the truth from her friends at school. So, yeah, I mean, so much of it is fan. Hi, Joanne Smith. How are you? Kristy wants drama. but the people going will keep it peaceful. They are classing it as a vigil for Dee Dee. Oh, okay, a vigil, Joanne Smith. Thank you for Dee Dee. Well, that's good because Kristy does want drama, and she is goading them on with that they don't have the balls. Just the way she came out of that divorce court thing here, you would think she was a Kardashian or something. It's crazy. Hi, the Captain Lee fan. I wouldn't buy that book for 75 cents when it hits the thrift stores, and it won't. Oh, I wouldn't buy that book either, little lady. Little lady, I would not do that. Okay, let's see. In 10 days, we will be under 100 days. My sons won't let me announce countdown until January 1st. They're so mean to me. Yes, it's a vigil. They will get no drama unless Lifetime pays an opposition to be there. So it's going to be a vigil for Dee Dee. A vigil for Dee Dee. And how many people are planning on going besides Scooter? Scooter, you're going to that, right? Scooter, you are, right? I believe Scooter is going to that. You know it. That's what I thought. Scooter, would you think you'll be able to go live at all for us? Would you be able to come on and just go live a little bit from the vigil? You booked her? Okay, is she going to be able to do a live? Oh, of course. Okay. All right. Well, get with me on how you want to do that. What time do you think you'll be going live and all that? Captain Lee said if Dee Dee's side of the family wrote a book, she would buy that. Got it. Got it. She depends on the feed power. Oh, you mean if she has a good signal? I hope so. I hope she has a good signal. That would suck if she got all the way down there and didn't have a good signal. Scooter to be live on the scene. Yeah, well, hopefully they'll have that. I don't know, right? Kristy she wants to be such a star. She just, she's going to be clashing because she wants to get in there, out of my way, out of my way. I'm Kristy Blanchard. Yeah, if they ever told her, look, we don't need you in this scene, okay? We just want Gypsy, or we just want Gypsy and Ken. Forget it. What do you mean you want Gypsy and Ken? I'm coming with Gypsy, or she's not doing it. It's like she is a huge bully, and she's a drama queen, and she wants to be in everything, and she thinks she's this big star, and she wants money like crazy. We know that. We saw her doing like multiple jobs, or, I'm going to start detailing cars, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But again, this is like easy money for them. This is why Ken came back. It's a paycheck for him. So yeah, great. You donated to someone who's going to live stream. There's plenty of others who will be live streaming. Did you, Joanne? Okay. You donated to them. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Where are they going from? How far away are they going from, Joanne? How far away are they going? Are they flying down there, Joanne? Are they driving? What are they doing? Let's see what we can learn about this book signing that Gypsy is doing. And this vigil for Dee Dee, okay? Okay. People are planning a vigil for Dee Dee on the day of Gypsy's book signing. So there's going to be Dee Dee vigil. Friday the 13th. Oh, it's Friday the 13th. Somebody said it was the 12th. Elle, you told me it was on the 12th. It looks like it's Friday the 13th. That's when it looks like it is. Friday the 13th. Wow, think of that. Of course she'd have it on that day. So they're... Okay, let's see about Gypsy. Gypsy. Has to have some correction with it. Okay. God, creepy. Let me see here. She came out of court mad as hell, someone said. She came out mad as hell. Somebody said they've been chatting with someone who lives in Cutoff and has receipts. Went to school and one is in ROTC with Dee Dee. Oh, how do you know? Yeah, a lot of people say that kind of crap. Talking about this is all, I don't know. See, I'm a skeptic. I don't believe crap that there's been so many people that go on shows and say they're this and they're that and they're this one and that one. Okay, so now they're saying that stupid thing that someone put up by the $2,000 and they'll post an article in Rolling Stone is not true. Didn't sound it. But there's so much crap out there. Let's see. I'm trying to see about her book signing. Gypsy Rose. Someone's saying she canceled the book event. I don't know. But that's a YouTube video. We know about clickbait and all that. They're saying she canceled it. I want to see if that's let's see. And somebody's saying here, parole officer insisted she got so many complaints against her, she's only allowed to speak of her jobs. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, so here's the peaceful protest. Someone's saying, if anyone is able to go, please sign up to stop her book of many lies and more lies. Plus stop Gypsy from also making money. How can you stop? Her book is already out, guys. It's out. But it's at a bookstore. And it's supposed to be December 13th at 5 p.m. Central Time. But now why is someone saying that she's canceled it? Let's see what this is. This is the Garden District Bookshop. Let me see. In New Orleans, Signature Bookshop, Garden District. Alrighty, let's see if they have her on the slate here. Meet and greet. Oh, here we go. Meet and greet, guys. It's on a public website. They want to drum up business. Meet and greet with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. My time to stand, December 13th, 5 p.m. Gypsy Rose Blanchard will be at the Garden District Bookshop December 13th for an author meet and greet for her memoir, My Time to Stand. The evening will begin at 5 p.m. Early bird tickets are now on sale for $35, and they include a signed copy of My Time to Stand and a photo op with Gypsy. Guests are encouraged to knock out some holiday shopping while they wait around the rink. Purchase your early bird ticket here. Your early bird ticket, guys, you got to have a ticket to get in there, okay? You have to have a ticket. It's going to be $35. It's going to include a signed book and a photo op. Isn't that worth it, guys? $35. A victim of her mother's Munchausen by proxy and child abuse survivor, Gypsy Rose Blanchard's unique and controversial case made headlines across the world. Now she's finally free to start living her life on her terms and to tell her story as only she can. Of course, only she can. Forced to use a wheelchair in public. So she admits, public. She admits she wasn't using it in private. and endure a lifetime of faux illnesses, fraud, and exploitation. Gypsy was subjected not only to her mother's medical, physical, and emotional abuse, but deprived of childhood milestones. Oh, deprived? You probably went to Disney and Universal and whale watching and stuff more than any other person, probably. Okay. Prevented from attending school or socializing. Gypsy's formative years were defined by pain and isolation. Really, it didn't sound like pain and isolation when you spoke for like an hour and a half ad nauseum to the investigator about all of your exclusive Disney trips, all of your exclusive Universal trips, all of your trips to whale watching and to St. Louis and all of that. That didn't sound like pain and isolation, not one little tiny bit. Okay, let's see. After serving 8 years in prison for the role she played in her mother Dee Dee's murder, for the role she played. No, it's not that. It's for murder. Okay, that's what it is. Gypsy is embracing her fresh start and reminding all of us that it's never too late. Except for Dee Dee. She can't start over again in this life, right? So it is too late. And Nick Godejohn. He can't do what you're doing. So it is. Gypsy. Featuring Blanchard family photos and new facts about Gypsy's life. New facts or new alternative facts? And that she previously kept private. My Time to Stand offers an unprecedented look at the real Gypsy, proudly embarking on an ongoing journey to recovery and self-discovery. Oh, really? Okay, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, so December 13th. Anybody want to sign up for tickets now? Scooter, you have everything you need? You got the whatever you need for this event? You're going with alternative. Hi, Oliver. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. And where's, you know what I'm looking for is Texas toast. Taco, Texas. Taco, Texas. I'm looking for Linda Uribe. Hoping Linda Uribe is okay. Flow on the Go. Annie B. Bridget. Brenda P. Where are you? Put in. Jules, 1999. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for stopping in. Don't be shy. Come by and say hi. Richard Gione. Yeah, and John. Oh my gosh. Let me get the last name here. It's a W, right? John. Susan DeFio. John was, what is the last? John was, I thought about it. John Wasaki. What else? Rich Guillaume, yeah, Rich Guillaume. Not High 61, but who's our other traveler? The one that came in with the real estate game. It's with an H. Oh my goodness, why am I losing my mind and can't think of that? And Montana Sky because he didn't die, right? And maybe Fabric Queen because I don't think she died either. Okay. What are you reporting me for, Jan? Don't get rid of Jan. Oh, you shouldn't do that. I wanted to talk to Jan. Jan, what are you reporting me for? Jan. Now, Jan. Are you the new Jan Brady or the old Jan Brady? What are you reporting me for? Oliver said she called TMZ. That she did? Well, she also had Lifetime there. Videotaping. Jan, no. Yeah, no. What you doing, Jan? You need some attention, sweetheart? Poor Jan. Jan needs attention. Aw, Jan, you've got a video on too, don't you? And your jammies. Jan's got a video in her jammies. Kristy acting like a bulldog today. Yeah, absolutely. She thought she was like paparazzi. I can't go because I would be in fistcuffs with Kristy. Yeah, would you, Kristy? And I imagine you would, right? Scooter's going to have to watch that out too. Watch out for that too because she has had that happen on other meet and greets with people like that. Kristy verbal with TMZ when they were told the date, time, and place. Kristy is really, everybody's going to see exactly, who Kristy is. And if they haven't seen exactly who Kristy is, it's going to become apparent. The person like that is not going to change. She's absolutely living for this. This is what she's living for. She's living for this attention. She wants to be in the spotlight. I can imagine the people at Lifetime are probably upset with her too. Come on, Kristy, this is not, we don't really need you in this shot. Oh, yes, I need to go there because just like how she went when she had to go talk on the river when she was talking about Ryan and stuff. She has to always get in there. Kristy's got to get her foot in there. Even her own daughter told her, you're a meddling person. You shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, being big tough. Yep, big tough Kristy. Big Bad John. Remember that commercial? What was that? Big Bad John. What was that for? Big Bad Kristy. No, but her and Gyp won't be talking in a year. I believe that, Oliver. I believe that because Kristy's going to be the star. Big Bad John. Ryan didn't go. Yep, Ryan didn't go. That's correct. And Kenry didn't go. But now she's going to probably be getting her wedding ready and getting ready to tie that knot with Ken so that she can get living with Ken full time and get out from under Kristy. Because right now she's got to keep it going with Kristy. But once she gets her own place, she'll be like, Kristy, you're cut off. I don't want you in my Lifetime docuseries. Get out of here. It's whatever. Big Bad Kristy. Oh, Leslie Romani. Yes, Leslie Romani. And remember that other lady, Scooter, that was going to give us all those dolls? Remember that lady? That was Chris. Was it Chris? Oh my gosh. What was her name, Scooter? She messaged us all over Facebook with those dolls. Hi, Slam RN. I am sorry, but I have absolutely no interest in this woman's life. Oh, okay, Slam, but I've talked about 2 other things. I talked about the United Health Care shooter. I talked extensively. Did you rewind back, Slam RN? I gave you a lot of details about this Luigi Mangione. And then I talked about the murder trial. Did you watch that? Now I'm talking a little tea on Gypsy. Because she got a divorce, and there's an article in Rolling Stone, which she is marveling that the ocean water tasted salty, and all of that business, plus her divorce is final, plus the book signing, then the vigil for Dee Dee. And all that good stuff. Crazy case, yeah. It's all crazy. And Gyp said her mother was controlling. Controlling is exactly what Kristy is, along with being a meddling busybody. I agree, Jules. A meddling busybody. Yes. And where's our honey floor and those other ladies that were... Oh, wait, Phyllis was the one who yelled at us. Yes, she yelled at us and said it's not a joking matter or something because we asked her about some small pottery. Yes. Wednesday anniversary murder is interesting but hard to hear. Yes, exactly. And tomorrow is Tuesday, and it's day 3 of that trial. Christine says till June. Christine Micro. What, till June? Till June. Are you saying she can't get married till June? Is that what you said? But if she's divorced, why can't she get married? She'll be on parole till June, but she can get married. She's 100% going to be married before that baby's born. I believe she already has a house picked out that she's going to move into with Ken. And I believe that's why she said that she would be celebrating Christmas. It's right on track for that. It's right on track for her now to get married. And it's right on track for her to move into that house before Christmas. And she's right on track for them to go in, stage the house, decorate it for a lifetime. Big, big, big reveal of the baby's nursery in the new house. Mark my words. Mark my words. Scooter, mark them down. And believe me, there's going to be a wedding. There's going to be a new house. And there's going to be a new nursery. And she's going to be living with Ken by the time that baby comes. Mark my words. I'm telling you all. Mark them down right now. This date right now. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. What is it? December. Today is the 10th. Oh, it's one of my nephew's birthdays. December 10th. Mark it down. 2024. Carolyn said, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, no, but see, Ken's not going to run because Ken wants the lifetime paycheck. Remember that. And it's in Ken's best interest to get married. That way, he could probably get spousal support. Especially if she's going to start earning money with this book and all this stuff. Ken is her husband. Is better than Ken not her husband. And then he'll have a leg to stand on as her husband and can get things like that. Ken is in it for the money. You know it, honey. You know it, Jules. Ken is in it for the money. He said it. This is his job. He said it right on that Nick Vial podcast. This is his job. Okay? He left a job in Texas. He left a job in Texas. This is his job, and he's going to take it. Oliver said, I want to know when the cops come to her house. Hey, professional beach bum. Oh, I'm a mean one, Mr. Grinch, right? Professional beach. Oh my goodness, Kevin Leonard. I want to talk to these people. They don't. You don't have to erase them. Oh, Mr. Grinch living on the beach. Professional beach bum. Really? Monarch just released. Monarch caterpillars forming chrysalises. Isn't that special? You have no views on your monarch just released. No views. How can you have a short with no views? Aw. Now I know why you're so upset. It's okay. It's okay, Kevin. They have no views on their video. No wonder they're so upset. Poor little professional beach bum. Maybe try going back and taking some video classes, all right? Poor little thing. Has she ever been around babies at all? I don't think so. I think there were some kids that were brought into the school, to the prison, I mean. Yeah. Wait till she pulls an Amber Heard on him. Yes, absolutely. She was doing that with the recording of stuff. She was doing that with Ryan. Yes, she was. And she's going to do the same thing. She's already started with Ken. She already had, like how she was pulling that stuff, talking to Ryan, and then, I've been a bad girl. You'd be a fool not to take me back, right? All that. She's always playing. She's always playing. And we heard that before. We heard it from Ryan. And she plays. She plays those games. And I believe Ken said it too in their other relationship, that those games that Nick Vial said, yeah, those are fine. Him and his girlfriend said, those are fine. Oh, that's great. That's great to act like that. I can't even believe they told her that was good to act like that, keeping him hanging off the cliff, and that's just wonderful. I said it before. Go back on the video. I said, that is crazy that these people told her that is good. They didn't tell her that. That's like a red flag that there's something wrong there. And she doesn't get help for it, and she doesn't change it. And it keeps coming back again. It's the same thing, and she keeps repeating these patterns over and over and over again. Yeah, those games, right, Joanne? She's constantly playing games. She's constantly telling a guy that other guys want her. Other guys want her. Other guys want her. She's got a stripper body. She's got a stripper body. Let's see. Wait till she's up all night. Yeah. I don't know. It'll probably be Ken. That's Ken and Kristy that are running around taking care of the baby. Jip's going to need her beauty rest. Yeah. Well, even if she's not on parole, anybody can have their custody stripped from them if they're unfit. Right? Why am I in top chat? Why am I in top chat? Okay. Well, you know what? We know the way this internet works, and it's a dangerous place. And what these people like to do, a lot of them, they call organizations to start trouble for people. And if she doesn't think that they will, I don't know. They will, because they do. It's just how some of these people work. And I don't advocate it. I don't say it ever to do it. I would never do that unless there's a legitimate concern for anybody. To use it as a form of harassment is sick. And it hurts the kids that need help. That's who it hurts the most, the kids that need help. But yeah, it's crazy. See what else is going on. Let me see. Oh, there's Sebastian Rogers. Sheriff gives an update. An update? What update is there going to be on Sebastian Rogers, unfortunately? Right? It's like Summer Wells. What update is there? You know, people on YouTube have used Summer Wells and Sebastian Rogers just to put in all kinds of conspiracy, lies, you know, battling with family members back and forth just to keep that going, to profit from it, and nothing to benefit or to help either child. And it's sick. That's is especially, but a little bit on that Monkey Mar little boy, another case like that it was done, but not to the extreme that Sebastian Rogers and Summer Wells, what they did there. So let's see, they said that Craddock, Summer County Sheriff, oh my gosh, what is this? I hate these ads. Sebastian turned 16 over the weekend, nearly 10 months after his disappearance, with the Amber Alert still active. And of course, there's no real updates. Nothing. It's ridiculous, okay? It's just all it is YouTube creators having free-for-alls about those two cases because there's one so mind-blowingly said Summer Wells was a cash cow. Okay? That Summer Wells was the cash cow. And I'm sure she feels Sebastian Rogers is a cash cow too. And all of these creators that just do it, by Oliver, the cash cows. They don't care. And then it becomes nothing about the kids. That's why, you know, people would say, "Oh, aren't you covering Summer Wells?" And I'd say, well, what's being covered in Summer Wells? Unfortunately, there's nothing happening in the Summer Wells case. The only thing that's happening is drama between adults, people going to job sites, people harassing family members, people going at it. That's all that is. It is not happening that they're covering anything that's, you know, advancements on the case, because there's nothing that's happening. I said, if there is something that happens regarding Summer Wells, I'll cover it. But I'm not going to be drawn into this craziness. And there's the same exact thing with Sebastian Rogers. It's really unfortunate. And you don't know why some cases go like that. It could be because there's certain family members that people want to get at or go with, or, you know, whatever it is. It's crazy. That's correct. That's correct, Running Bear. That's exactly who said that. That Summer Wells is a cash cow, yes. Exactly. And it's crazy. Crazy. And nothing for the kids. So, and you know, it's like, who was the one that used to ask me, was it Murder of Crows? No, it was Pitbull Sleuth. Where's Pitbull Sleuth? Always wanted to talk about that Texas garage sale murder. And, you know, we looked it up and the family was saying, oh, there was going to be an imminent arrest, an imminent arrest, an imminent arrest. And nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened. And it's just such an infuriating case. Because it feels like, oh, what's being done, you know? I don't know. It's like that truck that stopped with it. Did they ever look with the DMV on how many of that type of truck was around there? It's just like, I feel like they don't want to solve that. I don't know. Now they're playing the Texas Roadhouse. Yes, the video of Sebastian Rogers and coming up with all these ridiculous theories. Like the mom is saying mean things to him. Yeah, of course it is. They've got something new. They've got a new piece of something in order to make a whole bunch of stuff out of. It's nuts. He may have hired someone. It was probably the husband. His voice. Just a small piece of the video. Yeah, of course. I've seen it all over. It keeps coming up in my feed, one after the other, after the other, after the other, and days and days and days on this case. That what is going on with it, right? And Summer Wells, we had people going down there, we had people standing outside the driveway, we had people, you know, just craziness. And as long as people are okay with that and they throw money at that, it's going to continue. Is it helping the child? No, how is that helping a child find a child? How? It's a circus. It's ridiculous. But any little thing. I believe it was this. Look, all I know is it's terrible. It's just a bunch of adults fighting and doing stuff. It's ridiculous because they can't move on. It's like, I can't move on from this case because this is a cash cow. So we got to keep going on this case. We'll just make stuff up. It isn't what? It isn't a cash cow? It is most definitely a cash cow for those channels. Do you understand that, Running Bear? Do you understand how much they're making talking about it? Misleading people. It's nuts. Yes, definitely is a cash cow. And it's sad. It's like Cash Gurnan too. Stuff that was done there, and I spoke out against that. Oh yeah, lots of money. Lots of money. Lots of money, and that's why they're talking. Believe me, if that money wasn't there, they wouldn't be talking. It's not some, it's not, you know where people's hearts, minds are, that's where they are. It's more than just her doing it. They're all doing it, Joanne. Everyone there is doing it. They're all garnering donations. They're all garnering donations. All of them. Every single one. Are all using that case and the case of Summer Wells to line their pockets. Yep, that's the way it goes. Yeah, professional beach bum. Gypsy, when's the last time I spoke about Gypsy? Good one, though. Might as well get your facts together before you come in with egg all over your face there, professional. Go get some views on your butterfly videos. There's only so much we can handle at one time. Yep, nothing new to report, and they all go back and forth and back and forth. It's the way it is. I mean, some have collected thousands of dollars saying that they're in a lawsuit and they've got this and they've got that, and yet it's not even happening, right? They've got to travel down here, they need this or they need that. I refuse to follow that side of things. I didn't realize there was a group. Oh my gosh, Joanne. Yeah, and I think it's mostly a lot of the same ones that were in Summer Wells, up to their eyeballs or up to their eyeballs in this other case, Sebastian Rogers. It really is. It's disgusted a lot of people, but there's other people that just hang on to every word of it. They don't care. And as long as that's happening and as long as money's being thrown, every single live stream, there's money being thrown, they're not going to abandon it. They're going to keep going. That's the way it is. That's why a lot of these channels are dirty. And they all call the other one. They all point their fingers at the other one. The other one's awful. This one's awful. That one's awful. You're awful. You're awful. No, you're awful. And a lot of them that are covering it, I think a lot of them, well, there's quite a few that started as drama channels that are like knee deep in it now, maybe chest deep. But anyway, it is 1:53. What I think we're going to do is the word Cookies, daily puzzle. And I don't know. Elle said she wanted to watch a Christmas movie. If she's still up to watch a Christmas movie, we will do a movie for Patreons and members. I don't know which one we'll be able to find that they want to watch. But if they want to watch it, members and Patreons can come in and watch it. And I'm choking on my drink here. Okay. Elle says, please, mother, please. Okay. Uh-oh, ham and hams. Ham and hams, guys. This is how we unwind around here. And then we're going to go watch some movies. And if you're, I'll put it on the community and the members team. You can come in the Zoom and watch a movie with us and have some fun and just relax for a little bit. Unwind. All right, let's see. I tried BAM and I'm choking on sham. That's a good one. Sham. We just need the last one here. It's unwind. Right. It's unwind time. You play this game too? I know. We use this to unwind, Jules. We try to do it at the end of every night, and it gets us unwound. Uh-oh. An ambush. Okay. Very good. All right, I'm going to put did the Zoom close down? Did anybody know if the Zoom closed down? I'm going to have to open up a new Zoom. So don't worry, I'm coming right back. I'm opening up a new Zoom, and then I'm going to put it for the members and the Patreons, and if you want to come on in, you come on in. Okay, so I guess it did end because it didn't tell me that. Let me invite the peoples. I'm first going to put it on the YouTube community tab. And then I don't know what I just did here. I went to my studio and I shouldn't have gone to my studio. I should have just put it on the tab. Okay. So this is a movie night. Here we go. For a movie night. Let me do it in the Patreons. Movie night. Next. And publish. And then last but not least, we'll do it in Slack. I need to get a drink. Because there we go. All right, there we go. Now everybody should have it. That should be a Patreon or a member. And we'll just, I had to check one other thing. What was the other thing I was going to check? Oh, I know. Ellis first. First. I knew you were going to say that. Okay. When did the other Zoom close down?
Right after you started talking almost.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
See how this.
What movie do you think we should watch? That Jack Frost movie?
I don't know. We have to see what's available.
I watched a really good Christmas movie with Lindsay Lohan from Netflix.
What was it called?
Falling for Christmas. It's like a little romantic Christmas story comedy.
It's a new one or an old one?
From last year.
Oh,
it's really good.
What, Falling for Christmas?
Yeah. Unless people want to watch the other one, Jack Frost.
I don't know that that's true. I don't even know if Margot and Sharon are up. Because I haven't seen Hyde nor
Yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah, they're probably not 3 sheets to the wind. That's when you're drunk. They're probably, sleeping.
Hi, everyone. Kevin will probably come in. Hi, Dale.
Kevin will probably come in, yeah. Hello, Chris Reed.
Kristy.
Hello.
Hello.
Are you here for the movie?
What?
No, she's here to talk about her carolers.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. She's looking for another one. She's looking for another Christmas caroler. Does anybody have one for her?
Christmas caroler?
Yeah.
Like a little kid?
No. She likes women, like one female carolers.
Here's Margot. Hi,
I'm
Margot.
not 3 sheets to the wind.
Well, I said no. That means I said no, but that's not the word I'm looking for.
Actually, I woke up half an hour ago and I have no heat in my house.
Oh
no, it's
no.
off?
My furnace quit.
Again? Didn't that happen last year?
Yes.
Oh,
I
no.
actually kept my old furnace.
Oh my gosh. So you have
So
those
I
little
went
space
to
heaters,
mount the
right?
blankets. I'll call them in the morning.
And you have space heaters.
I have a little fireplace, yeah.
Right. At least you can go in one room with that, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, but I'm covered under a bunch of blankets.
Oh gosh, really? I would have to take that space heater and close it off in a room. Because it's going to get cold. What's the temperature there?
I don't know, it's 13 in the house right now.
13 is what?
don't know, 13.
Cold.
When did it go out?
55 degrees.
When,
Well, after I fell asleep, I guess.
oh,
Oh, poor Margot. That's terrible.
That's okay. And no, it's, the propane truck was just here last week, so the tanks are full.
Terrible.
Ridiculous, ridiculous.
okay. All right, let me go here and just do this for a second.
Does anybody have a suggestion for a movie?
No, I'm easy.
What, Margot?
I said I'm easy. Whatever you guys want.
We can watch that Jack Frost, Mark. You saw the Jack Frost, though. Carolyn, see if you could please get that movie, Falling for Christmas, on Netflix. Do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
You just saw it, didn't you, El?
No, I watched it last year.
I do have
Oh.
Netflix. Okay, let me
Are there
let me
any new
shut
ones
down the
this year that you
live.
didn't see?
I saw her, Lindsay Lohan's Zoom Christmas movie from this year. It was good too, but last time, this one's better.
All
Are there
right,
any
we're
other
gonna
ones you
go.
haven't seen, El?
Special shout out to Professional Beach Bum. Thanks for your views. And Jan Nana.
What was wrong with him?
Jan Nana just came in to start some stuff. But you
Well,
know what?
too
You
bad.
really
Professional
got to.
Club.
What was
If
wrong with
Professional Beach Club was a member, they could come to the movie.
You've got to feel bad, guys. I know you really want to be here and all that, and you can be. Just be a decent person, okay? All right, but thanks for coming in. All right, everybody else, thank you for coming. If you're a member of Patreon, come on to the movie. We'd love to have you, and it'll be a lot of fun. We'll see you there. Bye now. Uh-oh, that's not where I end you. I have to find the other thing. Jan Nana. Where do I end my live? Oh, here. Okay. Bye. God bless. Love you guys. See you later.